This is Ken Meyer. I'm here to answer some of the most frequently asked questions I get regarding personality type and how to use personality in such things as saving saving a good relationship, finding your soulmate, making a bad relationship better. Many times that can happen. Using personality type to find that perfect career, learning how to better communicate with your children, learning how to better communicate with your spouse. All those things are possible. And I talk about all these things on my website, kenmeyeronline.com. One of the most frequently asked questions I get is, isn't it true, Ken, that opposites attract in relationships? Isn't it better to be of a certain personality type that is opposite of another personality type because opposites attract? Good question. The answer is absolutely not. It's not better to be completely and totally opposite of another personality type for long-term compatibility that is not without problems. Now, hold on a second. We're always going to have problems. Nothing is perfect in this life, I understand that. And it is true that opposites attract on superficial levels. But I'm talking about the core, clinical, psychological analysis and description of what personality type is. And what I have found in 26 years of career planning and studying this, studying personality from Myers-Briggs perspective, is that the more opposite you are with someone, the greater obstacles you have to interpersonal communication. On my website we go into this. Out of the 8 possible functions that we use and that we have, 4 of them are what we call the core, the type dynamics of personality type. And if you're in love with someone or trying to work with someone or trying to relate with someone, and it could be a child as an example, whose dominant function, and on my website, Ken Meyer Online, I explain what that is, so don't be confused about it right now. I really don't have time to go into it in this brief video. If you're trying to communicate with someone whose dominant function is the opposite of yours, that's going to provide the most difficult environment for communication. You can do it. You can communicate with them. You just have to work harder. And see, the problem is we don't understand that some of these differences are natural, so we start to criticize the difference. So what we really want in relationships is sameness. There's a principle in mirror image psychology that says you sitting there looking at me would feel the most comfortable in every way if you could see a mirror image of yourself looking back at you. Sometimes people do, sometimes they don't. But, you know, opposites in long-term relationships, unless we know how to handle the opposites, at the psychological level of personality, opposites actually repel. That doesn't mean you should get away from people who have opposite dominant functions. It means you need to speak their language. That's the key. I talk about how to do that on my website, kenmeyeronline.com. I'd like you to go there, opt in. I have a free gift for you, and we can talk about the reality of how, when you consider personality type, being too opposite is not such a good thing in terms of ease of relationship. And we just have to work at it harder. Go to my website, kenmeyeronline.com. Get all the information there, opt in. I have a free gift, as I mentioned, and we can talk more. Your personality type, my friend, is the core of who you are. No matter what happens to you in your life, your personality type is always there, and that's a good thing. Bye now.